Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is going to be a what a week slash what a day post. Okay, a whole lot happened today at work, and y'all excuse me. It's just I was trying to look halfway like something because y'all be seeing me looking run down and whatever. I don't dress up. I don't halfway dress up. I don't like I dress up like once a year now, and that's like Mother's Day. I ain't even dress up for my birthday this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the foolishness. Okay, so I had notes. I want to make sure. Did I download that? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna try to remember because I forgot. Oh, I have it on here. Y'all, my bad. I didn't put everything on my laptop. I just have everything on my phone and on my tablet. And I completely forgot that I didn't start putting everything on my on that. So my bad. Cause I don't want to leave that now. Cause lately I've been leaving stuff out, and I'm like, dang, now I remember. Oh, now I remember. Like I'm Betty Wright. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this. So I had a decent day at work today, despite what happened. Okay, so to make a long story short, I ended up having to work in the department that the side heifer works in. Now, her days of the week are Monday through Friday now because she put in a bid in order to get those days. Something may happen where everybody's days are going to get switched. I'm hoping that that does not affect me because I like my days. And I don't think people are going to want my days because I'm not off on weekends. So I'm just hopeful that I'll be able to keep my time, my days, all that stuff the same. I like my days. Okay, so anyway, so she wasn't here. She volunteered, unfortunately. So she'll be here tomorrow. She'll be at work tomorrow. And I only would have been rid of her just for one day. And I'm like, golly, how dare all y'all. So yeah, I got my list up now so I can talk about the different things. So yeah, y'all. Uh okay. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna start. Because like so much random stuff. Okay, so like I said, I was in her department. Y'all, I didn't do nothing for like the first 5 hours. Like pretty much didn't do much of nothing. I hate her department. I hate it. And it's crazy because when I trained in her department and I learned the core of what I know from her department. Not from her, not on my shift. But I'm just saying. So it's like, it's crazy. Like I don't know, it's like her department just getting worse and worse. Okay, so something popped off today, right? We should have been going, we should have been working. When I tell you, the people, there's supposed to be constant communication happening, right? Like I told y'all before, the married dude that the side heifer is screwing, he and I work in the same department, but he works in a way different capacity that I do. But we need him for the job that he does. Without him, we would not be able to do what we do. It is what it is. He's just trash as a human being when it comes to relationships. So anyway, there's a certain communication that's supposed to happen. When I tell you these people in her department didn't say nothing, and if it had not been for me being who I am, and I always look around, I'm always looking and looking at stuff, stuff would have been way out of sorts. I started seeing stuff, and I had to like call her supervisor and ask him if the people in that department in the back knew what was going on because it should have never like the situation that was happening, it should never have made it to me. It should not have never made it up there to where I am. And I'm like, I know I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Y'all, I walked over and I saw this foolishness. I was just like, I know this ain't what I think it is. So I went over to the person I was partnered up with today and I told her what was going on because we had to just do something. We had to fix something that ain't having to do with us. That happened on the prior shift. We had already done that. So we had to do it again. And I'm just like, y'all getting paid. Okay, look, I gotta tell y'all something, right? Okay. So outside of what I normally would get paid on average per year, everybody individually could get $12,000 max if everybody were to do the things they're supposed to do. If we were run the way we're supposed to run, all this other stuff, right? When I tell y'all, when I first came in and they were telling me this, like my friend, he ended up, he's awesome. Anyway, he ended up taking me over here because he was part of the people. He was one of the people who was training us. He told us that I got real excited. And so, like, even when I got there, at the time that I got there, the number went down a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, even after taxes, it was gonna be a good little nice. I was like, each one of us gonna get like $12,000. He was like, yeah, if everybody do what they're supposed to do in each department, because each department affects it in some way. Y'all, the people in the back, that's the way I'm gonna put it, because I can't tell y'all where it is. The people in the back basically are the main reason why we don't never get the money. Okay? When I tell y'all, I had gotten so addicted to looking over there because they would update it whenever there was some kind of infraction, whenever somebody didn't have stuff the way they were supposed to have it, they would update it like clockwork. Like anytime anything happened that went against the money and made the money go down, they updated it right then and there. So I got so sick. The money started dropping so rapidly that I was just like, you know what? I'll be surprised if we get $5 by the time the end of the quarter comes. Because I think it's like once every 3 months or once every 6 months. It ain't even you have to go a whole year. That's why I was like, oh, we can get $12,000. Oh, y'all done went off. Oh, I can do. And then it's like, that's what made me so mad. Because I'm like, y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to. So anyway, back to the story. These people ain't said nothing. Okay, so we all are supposed to have these like nice luxurious phones and all this other stuff, right? Y'all, we got some radios, and some people have regular phones, some people have radios, some people have nothing. I have a radio, and it took them over a year to get me a radio. And it's like, why y'all even give me a radio? Because at this point, everybody in the building is supposed to have these nice luxurious phones. People still holding on to their phone like, all right, now it's been 2-3 years. Y'all still ain't told us what y'all want us to do with these phones. Like, because the radios can be crap. Y'all, the constant communication is supposed to be happening. For whatever reason, my radio, it basically acts as if it's scanning all departments. And I'm just like, why? Anyway, so I hear everybody's conversation. So all day, every day, 99% of the time, I'm hearing the married man saying what he's supposed to say, which is letting us know what situation's going on. And it's basically broadcasting to everybody who has a radio or a phone or whatever, letting us know what's going on. These people in the side helpers department ain't said nothing. When I tell you they ain't said nothing, when the issue happened and I noticed it and I called for my the supervisor, I asked him, did he know what was going on? And did they know in the back that this situation was going on and to stop it or whatever? And he was like, yeah, I didn't know. Let me go see what's going on. Like, it's like the supervisor don't even know what's going on. Come on. Like, see, this, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. And I was like, see, and this is why I don't like working over here. It's always some kind of stupidity going on, some kind of uncertainty, some kind of, oh, let me change it up out of nowhere 3, 4, 5 times throughout the day. It's already too much going on over here to try to keep up. Like, I mean, I've been able to keep up, but it's just, I shouldn't have to jump through all these hoops just to do what I'm supposed to do. And y'all switching up stuff. And I'm doing like a lot of stuff just to do my job. I feel like you have to do the absolute most when you're over there. And it's like, no, y'all doing too much. And y'all expect the world out of somebody. Like, no, you're not gonna work the mule out of me. So anyway, y'all, I was like, these people ain't said nothing. When I tell you the people ain't said nothing. Because I keep, like, every time I was listening, it was the married dude. And he was talking in reference to my home department, my actual department, and not the department I was working in. And I'm just like, ain't nobody saying that. The most hated department, they saying stuff. These people ain't said nothing. Because there's a protocol that should prevent, for the most part, us even getting we shouldn't even see none of this stuff that's happening. We shouldn't even get it. But all this foolishness came up. I was just like, you know what? I'm so ready to go home. So anyway, and they still did it throughout the day. So 5 hours went by. We pretty much didn't do nothing except clean up foolishness all day, clean up these people's mess all day. And it's like, I don't like when people are who get paid more than me mess up and I got to clean up behind them. That's not fair. You need to get it, and that's the thing. And I had already told them, once we didn't get that $12,000 the first time, I was like, that's not fair, because y'all telling me that they are the reason why 99% of the issues are going on, and that's why we ain't getting the money. If y'all made it only apply to them, then they will learn. Because that means I would have been getting at least 75% of the money. I would have been getting at least 75% of that $12,000 on top of the money that I'm supposed to get throughout each year. And then they were like, well, technically they wouldn't allow that to happen because they are, under the same umbrella as you and whatever. And I'm just like, not really, but okay. Like, y'all, I can't. So anyway, forget all of that. So despite all that foolishness, I still had a good day. So in the meantime, while my area wasn't doing nothing, we ain't had nothing going on, my partner came up to me because he was still working in my department. He rolled up on me while I was doing something. And he was like, are y'all operational? I was like, no, not right now. They trying to get it up and going. What's up? He was like, can you watch my area for me? I need to go to the bathroom. I said, okay. And I thought that was strange because his partner was over there. And as I've told y'all before, in my department, we break each other out to go to the bathroom, to go on our breaks, lunch, all that stuff. So I'm like, okay. He could have just told her that. What's going on? So anyway, I was like, cool. Didn't have no issues. I just kept doing what I was doing, but just kept looking over there, making sure everything was straight. It was just her area, her area setting it off. So anyway, I was like, cool, I'm good. So then he came back, barely able to get up the floor. And I'm like, he was like, man, he about to fall in the floor and everything. He been throwing up all day. Now, I didn't know this. And I'm like, why he ain't say nothing to me about this? Like, I thought we was better than this. Why he ain't say nothing? He has stomach issues. This is something that I know, and like just a few other people in there know or whatever. I know that he's had medications and they've switched out his medication. Like a couple of months ago, I thought the medication was working. So I'm like, what is going on? Yesterday, he left early because he was passing some gallstones. Today, he had to be escorted out by my partner that I was with today because she was coincidentally about to go on her lunch break. So that was the reason why she takes her breaks early. I take mine late. So anyway, because I was about to take him down there. I was like, no, what you're not going to do is walk down steps and walk through a whole building and then walk through a parking lot trying to get to your car by yourself. So she was like, well, I'm going to take him before I can even say that. Because I was like, oh yeah, because I was about to take him. Like, that's my partner. I had started fanning him and everything because it was hot. On top of that, I'm like, you nauseous, you throwing up, you don't feel good, and it's hot. That's a terrible combination. So he ain't there again. So we were lucky to basically have somewhat of a extra person, but not really. So he ended up getting in his spot when he came back from his break. Child, it's been a mess. He and I are supposed to work together tomorrow, and they might take him out of work. Like, he was bad off today. So I don't know. And like I said before, the side help was supposed to be there. She volunteered to work tomorrow. And so today was just my only day that I'm without her being in my presence, basically. So anyway, I'm kind of sad about that because I like working with him. Like, he is so dope. Like, we basically know what each other is thinking. Like, I'm just like, I ain't got time. And I'll do stuff for him. He do stuff for me. We work well together. So anyway, then let me see where else I want to go with this. So the maintenance man I told y'all about, I hadn't seen him today. And he's been very busy. This man found me. Said, hey, how you doing? Like, literally, like, he had to come all the way into this wasn't no just passing by. He was like, oh, I see her. Came into my personal space, sped by me and was like, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm good. How you doing? Gave me a big smile and everything. I was like, you want to go, ain't you? He was like, yeah. Like, he was needed. Like, that man know what he doing. And they stayed, like, they will call him directly. They don't just be like, I need a member of maintenance, whatever. No, they will call him because they already know what it is. They already know what it is. So anyway, I was like, well, at least he think enough of me to, stop by and speak and all that. Like, people be seeing that this man sets it off. Like, that man would be all the way on the other side of the building. It'd be like, trying to get my attention. Oh my gosh. Didn't I tell y'all the other day? What was this, yesterday? I think it it was yesterday. Yesterday, I was going up the steps from my break. I think it was my last break. It was either my lunch break or my last break. This man saw me, and I kept hearing somebody. I said, "Is somebody calling me?" I finally looked in the right direction, and he was like down the steps. I was halfway up that incline of them steps. Like, it's a lot of steps. I didn't forget how many it is. I look, and it's him. Hey, how you doing? This man having a whole conversation with me, and I'm like, sir, child, he made sure he got me. He saw them cheeks or something. I don't know what was going on. He saw them cheeks and had to speak. He was like, hey, how you doing? He went off. So anyway, he is so sweet. That man is so sweet. Then it's this dude. He done put in a bid to come up there where we at. And I'm like, no. Tell me why today. I straight up told him in front of the supervisor, what you're not finna do is come up here and create issues. You're not gonna come up here and be lazy. You're not gonna come up here and make it so I gotta do my job and your job. And it took everything in that man not to like kind of crack a smile, because like he hear me say stuff from time to time, but he know I don't mean no harm, and he know I'm not a troublemaker. So, but today it took everything in him not to laugh. Because we were like doing something or whatever. And so he was just trying not to laugh. But I felt like he needed that little laugh, because like for him to have been the supervisor, all of this chaos was going on. It was like nothing was going right. So it's like, you need to laugh. I mean, when you want to cry or when you want to scream, you need to laugh. And he needed to laugh. But yeah, I be reading that man. That man think I'm joking. I be reading that man every chance I get. Don't roll up on me. And he be rolling up on me too. He stay rolling up, and I'm like, sir, if you don't get away from me. Yeah, so yeah, he be rolling up and I be going off. And I think he's just one of them, and he gets a kick out of that too. And I just be like, why y'all live for somebody going off? Like, do what y'all supposed to do, and I don't have to go off. And I'm not being mean when I go off. Like, that's the thing. Like, people be living for it because it's like, I know she means business, but I'm here for it. And I just be like, okay. Anyway, as long as you do what I told you to do, because you ain't finna tear my nerves up. So anyway, I ain't gonna tell y'all about him. Hopefully don't nothing pop off, because I'm just like, please don't. All right. Well, worst case scenario is my last day of work. I might have to work with the side heifer. I'm hopeful that I won't, but we shall see. As of right now, I'm supposed to be an extra person. Now, her partner usually does not show up. Every now and again, she shows up. She been getting into it with the side heifer and this other person, whom I don't understand what they're friends for. Like, I don't understand, but who am I? But if she don't show up, more than likely they're gonna pull me, and I'm gonna have to go over there, and I'm just like, whatever. Or, I mean, just only if one person don't show up. Only. Now, if two people don't show up, I will have to go over there. If only one person don't show up, if they follow the way that the rotation list goes, the guy who she don't like, essentially, I'm still gonna have to go over there because she finds somebody else to trade with her when they have to work together. Child, it's a mess. But anyway, hopefully I don't have to fool with her Tuesday. Anyway, so the last part of what I'm gonna tell y'all is this. Okay, so y'all know the person that I ghosted like 14, 15 years ago, right? We talk very heavily almost every day. And like, he's a whole vibe. It is what it is. He tell me almost every time he talk to me, you know I like you, whatever. And I just be like, I wish he would stop saying this. I wish he would stop. Because it's like kind of making my feelings try to come back. And I'm just like, stop. Don't do it. And then like, I'm not trying to move. And all I gotta say is, if I pop up pregnant, y'all already know who the daddy is. I'm just saying. And he reads me all the time talking about we should have had a 14-year-old. How dare you? And now when I get you pregnant, I'm going to have to explain to that child, you really should have been 14 years old. Or somebody should have been 14 years old. Like, you probably would have been 14 years old at this point. And I just be looking at him like, sir. But I just wanted to give y'all a heads up. If I end up pregnant, that's what is going on here. That's what's going on. That's it. Y'all know I have issues. Let me stop. But for real, I don't know. Like, he be making me feel some type of way. And I be like, stop it. Stop all of this every time. Oh my gosh. But anyway, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to my foolishness. Y'all be acting like y'all be here for it. And I'm like, well, let me tell y'all. All right. I'll see y'all later on. Have a good one.